What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Not a Football Show. My name is Tico from the Tico Fantasy Show, and I am here with my pal, Sully Sports. What's going on, Sully?
We're back.
Hey, we're back. We had to take a little vacation. Took a little vacation. Rich flew across the country, went to a different country, Texas.
Yeah, really a 2-hour flight across the country.
Yeah, I was in a different country, California, crazy country over there. We were all over the place, traveling, and now we're back. We're here, and we're ready to do the Not a Football Show.
Ready.
Yes. So today we are going to be doing the 2-minute drill once again, and we are going to be talking about Thursday night football, and we are going to be talking about Sunday football and Monday football and all of the football this week. And we got a lot to talk about, so we should probably get into it.
We probably should. You wanna kick us off with our Thursday night review real quick?
I will kick us off with our Thursday night review! Okay, so on Thursday Night Football, we had the Jags versus the Saints. We had a final score of 31-24, and the Jags came out on top.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Starting to look more and more like Derek Carr is not the upgrade over Andy Dalton that we thought he was.
Oh, man, that guy's ass.
That guy's not good, especially for the amount of money they're paying him.
Oh,
he's not good.
What's he? I think he's set to make $38 million this or next. I don't know if it's this year or next year, but I think it's $38 million, and then I think the actual contract is $40 a year.
Yeah, I mean, he was...
It's too much.
Yeah, the Saints' offense was very hard to watch in the first half. They turned it up in the second half a little bit, though. It was a little bit better.
It was good down the stretch. You know, it was that score wasn't what the game was. It wasn't a 31-24 game. That felt like it was 17-17, and it was awful to watch.
Yeah, it was because Alvin Kamara is the entire offense for the Saints.
Yes.
He catches all the balls. He runs all the balls. He is everything for them, and they suck.
Yeah. Derek Carr just... Dump it off to him, dump it off to him, dump it off to him, dump it off to him. Hey, wait, you know what I should do? I should dump it off to him, dump it off to him, dump it off to him.
And then whine a little bit about Chris Olave.
Yes. Oh my God, how are you going to throw the ball 7 yards out of bounds and then whine about it? What the hell, Derek Carr? Dude, Derek Carr was bitching and moaning for no reason, bro. I'm sorry. I really don't like Derek Carr. I used to like him. I used to be a fan. I used to be part of the Derek Carr support group. But man, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
We need to join the Calvin Ridley support group.
Oh, no. Calvin Ridley's just as bad as Derek Carr. He was out there getting out-targeted by Jamal Agnew. 1
reception, 5 yards. He had a cool catch. It didn't count, but he had a cool catch on the sideline. That was cool, but that doesn't matter. It didn't count.
Yeah, no. Jamal Agnew's better.
Yeah. Christian Kirk's the wide receiver 1 in Jacksonville, and I don't think that's even a question anymore.
No, I mean, he out-targeted Ridley, looked better than Ridley, and he caught more balls than Ridley.
Yeah. He's fast.
He's a fast man. Travis Etienne, even though he had 2 touchdowns, was not the leading rusher for the Jags. That was Trevor Lawrence. But Travis Etienne, you're happy with that day.
Yeah, good day.
Next.
So the first game that we are going to be talking about that hasn't already been played is the Falcons versus the Bucks.
This is the lowest over-under, or tied with the lowest over-under.
Yeah, there's a couple. We got a couple low ones this week.
37 points, Bucks are 1.5-point favorites. I will take the Bucks.
I will also be taking the Bucks.
Yeah, it's one of the up in the air games. You don't know who to take. So.
Desmond Ridder's been good the past 2 weeks. He's thrown over 300 yards in back-to-back games. Threw a touchdown last week, 2 touchdowns the week before. But I don't like Desmond Ridder. I don't really care how many touchdowns he throws or how many yards. Most of the time I'm going to take the team he's playing against because I just don't like him.
Yep. I don't like him either.
Yeah.
Bucks are a top 10 team against the run this year, which is, what the Falcons really look to do with that offense. And you're still starting Bijan, though, even though they only allow 83 rushing yards a game. But on the other side...
I think Bijan's the only guy you're probably 100% starting on the Falcons.
I just glitched for a second there. I was like, we're trying to read something. I'm like, what is that? On the other side, Atlanta's a top 4 team against the pass. So,
Well, yeah, they got a great secondary. That's the one thing they've been really good at this year.
So, yeah, I think even though it's a really low under, I think the under might hit in this one because, both these teams are good at taking out what the other team's good at.
Exactly.
So, it's going to be really gross and a really bad game.
It's probably, there will obviously probably be one guy in this game who probably has a good day for fantasy, but most of them are probably going to have a bad day. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Baker Mayfield. I mean, you got to start Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. I think you're probably in a position where you got to start them, but you're not excited about it.
You don't got to start Rachaad White.
No, you don't. You really don't. You might be better off starting Keyshawn Vaughn.
You might be better off looking on your waiver wire and picking up Keontae Ingram if you still out
Zach
there.
Evans, man.
Hey, literally anybody.
Yeah, they're not very good.
Yeah, no.
Are you starting Drake London this week?
If I have to.
He's had a couple of good games.
Drake London to Rachaad White. You don't got to answer it. We'll just go to the next game.
Oh.
Next.
The next game we are going to be talking about is the Bills versus the Pats, a game that should be a humongous blowout.
It should be, but it's a divisional game, so it probably won't be.
Yeah, the Bills played down to their opponents. Opponents? Yeah, they're not. The Bills are a good team, but they don't like playing like really good. They don't like just demolishing teams.
No,
like last week
they
against
don't.
the Giants. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, Bills should be favored by more, but I guess because it's a divisional game and they play down to their opponents. They are projected to win by 8.5 points.
They're still like pretty favorite. That's pretty big. It's this. There's another game that's an 8.5 point favorite as well. But yeah, the Bills should win this game with ease.
Yeah, the over/under is a whopping 40 points. Trash.
Yeah.
These are both pretty decent defenses, I guess.
Patriots are missing a lot of guys. So are the Bills.
They are. But I think really what's going to end up happening, the Bills are going to win, and the Pats are going to continue onto the Caleb Williams race.
Sounds
try
right.
to snag him up real quick, which honestly is getting very scary. I do not want the Patriots to get Caleb Williams.
I think if they do get Caleb, I think this is the last year of Bill Belichick, honestly. I think he's done. I think he's washed. I think he's tired. It's been a long career. You know, if the team loses 8 more games this year, he's actually going to be the most losingest. I don't know if that's a word, but losingest coach of all time, the most losses.
Because he's an old hag.
Yeah, he's been around for a really long time.
They need a young buck like Mike McDaniel out there.
Yeah, Ben Johnson. That's where he's going.
Yeah, they do.
But one thing I'm going to be looking at in this game especially is James Cook. I want to see what's going to happen with him because it's been 2 bad weeks in a row for fantasy. And this is a decent matchup for him, and the Bills should have a chance to get up big here, and I want to see some James Cook.
They should, but will they?
Either way, I don't care if they do or not. I want to see some James Cook.
Yeah, and Ramondre coming off finally a decent game. I'm still hesitant to start him.
You got to start him this week. You got so many people on bye, which we probably should have talked about the 6 teams on bye, but
who cares?
Yeah, who cares
if
about
you
that?
know who's on bye, you know who you got.
You know who you don't have.
Whoever we don't talk about.
Next.
The next game we are going to be talking about is the Browns versus the Colts.
Browns 3-point favorites over under 40.5. I think we're getting Deshaun this
Deshaun's
week.
going to play. Deshaun's going to play. Kevin Stefanski said that they're going to monitor him for the next 48 hours, but he's going to play. He practiced on Friday and Thursday, and yeah, we should get some Deshaun.
And with or without Deshaun, give me the Browns in this one.
Yeah, I'm taking the Browns as well.
Yeah, I mean, that defense going up against Gardner Minshew. Yucky gross.
I don't want to start anybody on the Colts this week. Even like Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss. I'm not crazy about starting that Michael Pittman. I really don't want to.
I'm starting Zach Moss and JT this
week.
Yeah.
Double down!
Double down. All or nothing.
Yeah, no thank you. I'm not doing that. I'm really scared of that Browns defense. They're allowing the least amount of points to receivers and the 4th least amount of points to running backs, I meant to say.
Something.
Yeah, they're very good. They're very, very good. They just shut down the 49ers last week, and I'm staying away from anybody in that game.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. I mean, on the other side of the ball, you got the Browns. I mean, are you starting Amari Cooper?
Yeah.
If Deshaun Watson plays, I mean,
even if
Deshaun
he
Watson
doesn't
plays or not, you're still starting Amari Cooper.
He had almost had 100 yards with P.J. Walker last week.
I like Jerome Ford. Kareem Hunt probably won't play. He hasn't been practicing all week. I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't play. So Jerome Ford should have the backfield all to himself. That's a big deal. Should be a great day for him. Travis Etienne tore that Colts defense up last week.
Yeah, a whole lot of volume for Jerome Ford.
Yeah.
Just volume. Straight volume.
Like that.
You're starting probably David Njoku?
Yeah.
I guess.
With how tight ends are, you got to start them, guys.
Yeah, you do. I really don't have much else to say.
No, this is a terrible
gonna be a pretty
game.
boring
I'm not
game.
excited for this game whatsoever. If you're excited for Colts Browns, you should probably go to the doctor and get checked
Yeah, you
up.
probably live in Ohio.
Yeah.
Or
Indianapolis.
2 fake places.
Next.
The next game we are going to be talking about is the Lions versus the Ravens.
Baltimore 2.5-point favorites. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't get
Over
that.
under 43. Give me the Lions.
I
I'm
don't
taking
get that.
the
I
Lions.
don't know what they were thinking when they made the Ravens the favorites in this game. The Lions are the better team, I think, by clearly.
Maybe it's because they don't have superstar running back David Montgomery this week.
Oh no David Montgomery!
Surely Jahmyr Gibbs is gonna go off.
Oh, surely he won't get 17 carries for 80 yards and no touchdown and catch 1 pass for 5 yards.
Surely Craig Reynolds isn't gonna run more efficiently than him. I hate the Lions.
I mean, I don't hate the Lions. I like the Lions as a team. I like me some Jared Goff. I love me some Amon-Ra. Who doesn't love some Amon-Ra?
Love me some Sam Laporta.
I believe he came off the injury report today. I believe I saw something about that, him coming off the injury report, so he should be good to go, nice and healthy. But either way, it don't matter. He's top 3 tight end right now.
Yeah, he is. I think is he
He's
number one
he's
still?
Two. He's two. Travis
Okay.
Kelce's the only one ahead of him, but he's outscoring Mark Andrews, George Kittle, Darren Waller, all of those tight ends that were drafted early. Sam Laporta's making him look stupid.
He's a dog,
He's
but
him.
really what it comes down to is these are two very, very good defenses this year.
Yes.
So I think it's going to be a really low-scoring game. The over/under is 43. So I mean,
I think they're two good defenses, but I also think they're pretty two good offenses. You know, the Ravens are gonna have everybody back. They have everybody healthy. There's gonna be a second week of having everybody healthy, and they didn't look great against the Titans last week. There were a couple of holes, but they were in London. And that's got to be the excuse.
I mean, last week they had a really disappointing week for the backfield.
Yes.
So I think that's going to continue to happen.
That's
This is the
every
best
week.
run defense in the NFL for the Lions. But do you think they're going to shake it up a little bit? Maybe see a little more. What is his name? Keaton Mitchell.
I've heard a lot about him. I don't know much about him. I saw a little bit of him in the preseason. I don't really know. I don't know where he went to college or what he did. And they keep hyping him up, all these Ravens fans. I don't see it. I don't think he's that good. But hey, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And before we move on, last time these two teams met, Justin Tucker was out there banging 60-year-olds per Tom Pelissero.
Next.
The next game we are going to be talking about is the Raiders versus the Bears.
Womp womp. Raiders 3-point favorites over under 37 points. We're getting Tyson Bagent against Brian Hoyer or Aiden O'Connell?
It's Brian Hoyer.
It's
They
Brian
just confirmed it. It's Brian Hoyer. Very sad. I wish it was Aiden O'Connell.
We love Aiden O'Connell. And, everyone's going to be talking about Tyson Bagent, rookie
much about
quarterback. But you should be talking about his father, Travis Bagent, professional arm wrestler nicknamed The Beast. Won 17 championships in his career as an arm wrestler.
Wow.
He's a dog. He's already more successful than his quarterback son, and I think he probably will be for his entire son's career. But hey, we'll see. Maybe this is the Tyson Bagent breakout game.
Hey, they've said it. They've said there's Bears fans who are like, oh, Tyson Bagent might go out there and be really good, and if he does, maybe he'll take Justin Fields' job.
Dude, Tyson Bagent's a dog.
He's so good, bro. We've got him. He was really good at the combine, and we really like Tyson Bagent.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
enough
so,
Tyson Bagent slander.
So we're going to get Deonta Foreman again.
Yes, no Roshan Johnson, concussed.
Yep.
And Khalil Herbert's on the IR, so Deonta Foreman's got the backfield all to himself. If you got him in fantasy, fire him up.
Yeah, he's probably going to suck. I predict 8 points.
Yeah, 9.
9. Oh,
Hey, dude, 9
Whoa.
points. 9 points when you got this many people on bye, you got to take that.
Yeah, and since we're going to have Brian Hoyer, and since this is a terrible Chicago defense, I think this is finally going to be a really big explosion Josh Jacobs week. I mean, if it's not this week,
We've had a
then
couple
when
of
is it
big
going to be?
explosion Josh Jacobs weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if this was another one.
No. Explosion weeks. Like big old boom explosion weeks, like 40 burger weeks.
Oh, we haven't had one of those yet. You think a 40 burger from Josh Jacobs? That's crazy.
I mean, it's not going to be Devontae Adams. The Raiders hate Devontae
Adams. Listen, this has to be a Devontae Adams week. He's been complaining so much in the media. If he doesn't have 15, 20 points, I'd be shocked.
He's going to get traded to the Bears.
Oh.
Next.
The next game we are going to be talking about is the Commanders versus the Giants.
Wait, who's winning the last game? Raiders? Raiders. I'll take Raiders.
Raiders, yes.
Raiders.
Raiders.
There you go. Commanders, Giants.
Commanders, Giants.
Commanders, 2.5-point favorites over under 37.5. I'll take the Giants.
I got the Manders.
I mean, I'm not excited to pick either of these teams, but from what I've seen, Emmanuel Mosley is so bad that any receiver could look good against him.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So, fire up Wandale or whoever is going to be matched up against him. Who knows?
Emmanuel Mosley? You mean Emmanuel Forbes?
Did I say Emmanuel Mosley? Yeah, you agreed with me for a second.
I did. I was like, that's not right. That doesn't make sense.
Who is Emmanuel
Emmanuel
Mosley?
Forbes isn't even going to touch the field. Dude, Ron Rivera had this quote this week, and he said, Emmanuel Forbes is really enjoying his position right now on the bench. Emmanuel Forbes will not be playing in this game. I highly doubt we see him. But if he is, it's good for the Giants receivers.
Emmanuel Mosley is a cornerback for the Lions. So, yeah. Oh, that's the guy I think got hurt in the first play of the game. He tore his ACL.
Oh, he did tear his ACL.
I think so, yeah. Sorry, Emmanuel Mosley.
We hope you have a better day.
Yeah, than Emmanuel Forbes.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing the same amount of snaps this week.
Terrible.
Saquon and Darren Waller are the only guys I'm starting for the G-Men, though, to be honest.
That's it. I don't think we're going to have Daniel Jones. I think we're going to have Tyrod Taylor again. Neck injury. He didn't practice all week. Well, he did practice technically limited fashion. Don't care. He's not going to play.
Yeah, that guy sucks anyway.
Yeah.
For the Commanders, Brian Robinson and Terry McLaurin, maybe Logan Thomas, and that's it.
Sam Howell? Sam Howell's been good for fantasy. He may have been sacked the most times in the league this year. He's actually on pace to be sacked the most times in NFL history, but that doesn't matter because I think you should still start him because he's been good and the Giants' defense is bad.
You don't get any points for getting sacked, though.
No, you don't.
Oh, someone else you could start is Washington defense.
Yeah. Or Giants' defense.
Or Giants defense.
How many times are you getting sacked?
Or just don't start anybody in this game.
That's also a good option.
Next.
The next game we are going to be talking about is the Cardinals versus Seahawks.
Seattle, 8.5-point favorites, over under of 45. I think the Seahawks win this one, but I would take the Cardinals to cover that spread, the 8.5-point spread. Yeah.
I think we've picked almost every game the same. I have the Seahawks as well. I think this is an easy game for them. Good week for Geno, good week for DK. DK might not play. DK did not practice Thursday, did not practice Wednesday. I don't know if he practiced today. I haven't gotten any thing about it. I haven't heard anything about it, but he hasn't practiced Wednesday and Thursday, and he could miss this game. And if he does, Tyler Lockett and JSN.
Finally, it's JSN day.
Oh,
finally.
One of them has to miss time for JSN to break out and have a good day.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe. Zach Charbonnet is also going to be out. So
just drawed the questionable. I just literally got a notification just this minute. Zach Charbonnet is going to be questionable heading into the weekend, but probably will be out.
Yeah, he'll probably be out. So what that means is fire up Kenneth Walker. You're starting him anyway, but he's going to go crazy.
Oh, I think he's going to be the RB1 this week. I had him in my rankings as the RB1.
Wow, look at you go. And who's going to be the guy in the Cards backfield? Because it's looking like a big jumbled up mess. Amari DiMercado out-snapped Keontae Ingram 43%, but he didn't do anything.
No.
So, I mean,
no.
Are you starting any of them? I mean, you're kind of in a position to have to.
Do you know what the answer is to this backfield? There is no answer. Don't start anybody. Don't start do anything. Just don't even look at it. Don't pay attention. Keontae Ingram, DiMercado, don't matter. Don't start anybody. It's all a sham, a scam, a fugazi. Don't go for it. Don't do it.
Josh Dobbs leading rusher.
Yeah, we get that. That I can get behind.
Yeah, we can. So when do you think Kyler Murray's going to be back, man?
Not this week.
Oh, obviously. Yeah.
Maybe next week. I doubt it. But the week after, I
think so.
Maybe
this week.
That's
maybe
what
that
I'm thinking.
week.
Next.
Yeah, cool.
The next game we are going to be talking about is the Steelers versus the Rams.
Yippee!
I like this game. I'm kind of excited for this one. The Steelers are coming off a bye. I know it doesn't sound very exciting, but I think it'll be a good game. I think these are two very evenly matched teams.
Two very mid teams.
Yes.
Rams 3.5-point favorites, over under 43.5. You won't catch me picking the Steelers ever, so I'm taking the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams too.
Man, you want to be me so bad.
Oh man,
I swear.
I do.
Puka bounce back?
You know, you don't have Kyron Williams, you don't have Ronnie Rivers, so yeah, maybe. I mean, I think we could see a lot of passing in this game with Matthew Stafford throwing the ball to Cooper Kupp and Puka.
Yeah, we will. I mean, I was gonna ask, what's the backfield gonna shape up to be? But I think the answer is no backfield. They're just gonna throw the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to take a chance on Zach Evans just because he was a really good, prospect 2 years ago. He was a really good prospect once upon a time and was really good, but now he's, nothing. I think he was a 6th or 7th round pick, and he's cool. But they also just activated or promoted Darrell Henderson from the practice squad, so you got to be scared for that. Darrell Henderson will probably end up leading this backfield in carries. I wouldn't be shocked.
I feel like Darrell Henderson's been on the Rams my entire life.
Yeah,
I feel like
he leaves and he comes back. He's like freaking a bad disease, and yeah, it's Darrell Henderson.
Friend of the show, Darrell Henderson. Najee or Jalen Warren?
Jalen Warren!
Yippee!
Yeah, I'm not starting Najee. I hate Najee. I mean, not as a person. He's a cool guy. Really awesome dude. He does cool, he's a cool guy. But I saw him on Family Feud once. he was on Family Feud, so he's a cool guy. But on my fantasy team, no. You could sit on the bench, or honestly, you should probably be on waivers at this point. Pretty ass.
Yeah. Do you think the Steelers' offense finally gets cooking though? No.
You have Deontay Johnson back,
Ooh.
so maybe Kenny Pickett can take that little arm of his and sling it down the field to Pickens and Johnson, but I doubt it. Yeah, ugly game.
Yeah.
Next.
Producer Kevin had a little voice crack there. The next game we are going to be talking about is the Packers versus the Broncos.
Ooh, Packers.
Yeah, Packers.
Only 1-point favorites.
Yeah, what the hell? That's crazy, bro. The Packers, dude, Las Vegas literally said, damn, bro, the Packers are ass. That's what they watched that game last week and said, damn, y'all suck.
It's crazy. I'm taking the Packers by
I'm taking
more
the
than 1
Packers,
point.
too. This is a game the Broncos can win, though.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if they're gonna win any game, why not?
It would be the Packers. That'd be the team for them to beat.
Sure. Over under 44.5. I'm starting all my Packers.
I'm starting all my guys on both sides.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, on the Packers, you're starting up Jordan Love. I really like Jordan Love this week. Broncos defense, bad.
Bad.
You're starting up. Aaron Jones is questionable heading into the weekend, but he did practice all week and he should play. I think we're going to see a lot of him and A.J. Dillon. I think both of them will probably have mediocre days for fantasy. I don't think either of them are going to have a big day. But Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Luke Musgrave, all of the pass catchers, I'm excited to have them. Put them out there.
Jaden Reed.
Throw him out there. Jaden Reed.
And on the other side, you're starting Judy, starting Sutton,
Yeah.
Russell Wilson. But is Jerry Juden getting traded?
The favorite to get him right now, really weirdly enough, is the Chiefs. But the conversation we're hearing the most of right now is the Colts. And it's not even the Colts calling the Broncos. It's the Broncos calling the Colts.
Please take him.
That's what they're saying. They're on the phone. They're like, please take Jerry Jeudy, please. We'll take anything you got. Give us a third-round pick.
We want Zach Moss, please. So another thing, I got a little question about. What's up with the Broncos backfield? Who's the guy? Is it Javante? Is it Jaleel McLaughlin?
I want Jaleel McLaughlin.
Give me Jaleel McLaughlin.
Jaleel McLaughlin, he's been really good. He's really explosive, really explosive. He's been better than Javante, actually, by a long shot. Javante doesn't look good anymore ever since he tore his ACL, right? That was what he did? Or was it kill? I think he tore his ACL. And ever since he did that, he has not looked good.
Next.
Oh, next game. Yeah, I'll say, I got this one. Take this one off. Next game is going to be the Chargers-Chiefs. Chiefs 5.5-point favorites, over under 48. Give me the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs.
Oh, my goodness. This should be a good game.
No.
Okay.
It should be, but every game should be a good game, and it never is. These are two teams, like the Chiefs are great. We love the Chiefs. But the Chargers, man, that's a shit show. They don't know what's going on over there.
They do not
Did
know
you watch that game against the Cowboys?
Yeah, I watched the second half.
Man, that was an awful game. The Chargers, they suck. They're not good.
No, they're
not
suck.
good. Most of their yards came from penalties. They're just not good.
Tua's better than Justin Herbert. I mean.
This is facts. This is a question. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back now. We're all good. Everything's back. We're talking about the Chargers versus the Chiefs.
Start Keenan Allen.
Start him up. Quentin Johnston, don't start him.
Start Quentin Johnston on that waiver wire.
Yeah, Austin Eckler should be a good day for him. I'm excited to start him. Travis Kelce, none of the Chiefs receivers. Mecole Hardman's going to play.
He's going to play. Yeah, I was actually going to say, we finally were kind of starting to get an answer to who was the guy for the Chiefs. It was kind of looking like Rashee Rice for a little bit.
I think it still will be. I think it still is looking that way.
You don't think Mecole Hardman coming in knowing the system already is going to be a little wrench in it?
They do two completely different things. Mecole Hardman was more of like the downfield threat, and Rashee Rice kind of is playing the Juju Smith-Schuster role from last year. That slot receiver where he just goes and gets 5 yards and takes it and gets a little first down and turns it into something big.
But they don't do the complete different thing. They both catch the ball.
They do both catch the ball. That is true.
So it's only one of them can catch the ball at a time.
I still rather have Rashee Rice. I'm not crazy about Mecole
obviously.
Hardman. I'm not. I don't think it's anything crazy. He was bad when he was there last time. I think he's going to be bad there again.
Yeah, no, by no means am I saying pick up Mecole Hardman and start. I'm just saying, it might be a little wrench in the things for the Rashee Rice show.
I don't think there's anything blocking the Rashee Rice show. I think the Rashee Rice show is going.
That's a tongue twister.
Going
Rashee Rice show.
Yeah. The next game we are going to be talking about is the Dolphins versus the Eagles.
Tua versus Jalen Hurts. Tua, of course, replaced Jalen Hurts in the 2018 National Football Championship against Georgia.
Yeah.
And won the game.
Yeah.
Because he's better than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. This is the game. This is the game. If the Dolphins, as a Dolphins fan, listen, I've been through many, Sully as well, many long, hard, bad years with this Dolphins team. It hasn't been good for a long time. But if they beat the Eagles, that will finally tell us that they're changing. They're ready to become a good team. But
I got the Eagles winning.
I have the Dolphins, but man, I want to pick the Eagles. I feel like I got to pick the Dolphins just because I got to stay true to the home team. But man, I'd way rather be picking the Eagles.
I'm taking the Eagles. I mean, I want Miami to win, of course. Eagles are 2-point favorites, over under 51.5.
They got everybody, too. Everybody's going to be playing. They're pulling out everyone. Nobody's going to be hurt for this game. I think everybody who was hurt previously last week, they rested for a reason. They're going to be back.
Yeah, and for Miami, Xavier Howard hasn't practiced. Jalen Phillips is going to be on a snap count. I mean, their offensive line is banged up now. There's going to be a lot of injuries. They could definitely get it done. It is a winnable game. By no means am I counting out Miami, but...
No, but I think it's... the Dolphins always fold on the biggest stage, and I picked them to win because I have to. I'm a Dolphins fan. I have to pick my Dolphins to win. But man, I think I'm going to be disappointed. I think we're going to lose, sadly. I know I'm picking the Dolphins, but I think we're going to lose.
Yeah, I think Philly's going to take advantage of that squishy defense and run all over them.
Dude, Vic Fangio, this guy was supposed to come in and no matter what we had on defense, he was supposed to make us fantastic. But what happened, man? What's going on? We're not that good.
He's old.
He's not, I don't know, man. He kind of just took a bag and is just sitting there in Miami, He's chilling, got a lemonade, got a little umbrella in it. He's just chilling over there.
He's on vacation from Denver.
Yeah, man.
Next.
The next game we're going to be talking about is the 49ers versus the Vikings.
San Fran, 6.5-point favorites, over under 44.5. There's a lot of, news we got to look out for regarding Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Trent Williams, we got some news right before the show.
Yes.
Tell them the news.
So, Christian McCaffrey participated in practice. He was working out on the sideline. He did not actually participate in practice. He was working out on the sideline. But that's good news. It doesn't matter either way. I think CMC will play in this game.
However, Deebo Samuel and Trent Williams were not spotted at practice, so it's a little bit...
I don't think they play.
Yeah, I do not think they play. Regardless, you starting Brock Purdy?
Yes. No.
No.
Maybe. I don't know. You got to think about it a little bit. It's a bad week because a lot of people are on bye. But Brock Purdy's going to be missing Deebo, and, if CMC's out there, he's always ready to vulture a touchdown from him.
And, with all these injuries, Christian McCaffrey possibly not playing at 100%, and Deebo Samuel out, Trent Williams out. I'm taking Minnesota to win this one.
Ooh.
Upset of the week.
No
Minnesota Vikings.
No Justin Jefferson. You think the Vikings are going to win this game?
No, but I wanted to pick them.
I think this is literally the only game. Actually, no, I picked the Dolphins over you. This is okay, so I got the 49ers. We have two different...
No, I picked the Giants over the Commanders,
Oh, okay,
too.
we have three. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 49ers, I think, are going to win this game. We got a 44.5 over-under. The 49ers are 6.5-point favorites. Yeah, I mean, the Vikings don't got much going on. They didn't even look that good against the Bears last week, and the Bears are pretty bad.
They are, but, San Fran's on a losing streak. Technically.
That's a losing streak.
Technically a losing streak.
They are losing.
They're losing games.
Loss.
I'll take Minnesota, whatever. Who cares?
And that's a wrap.
Okay.
That's a wrap.
Is there anything else we should talk about? Should we talk about these teams on bye? Should we talk about any of that stuff?
Well, we should probably talk about Game of the Week and the Stinker of the Week.
Oh!
Because my Game of the Week is going to be Miami-Philly. I'm taking the easy one. The Sunday night game.
I'm going to take the game before that.
Chargers-Chiefs.
Chargers-Chiefs.
Fair enough.
And then what's your stinky?
Oh, it's got to be Bears-Raiders.
Yeah, that is a pretty stinky game. I'm not going to lie. But, my stinky is going to be the Falcons-Bucks because that's also pretty stinky.
There's a lot of stink going on.
Yeah, this is a stinky week.
Yeah.
You got all the fun teams on bye. The Jets, the Bengals, the Cowboys, the Texans.
Titans?
Titans? Yeah, Titans. Is that 5? I think there's one more.
There has to be.
Panthers.
Panthers, yeah, the real fun teams. The 0-6 Panthers, the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, man. Adam Thielen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're missing a lot of guys this week. Is this the most buys in a week?
I believe so. I believe this is the Buy-Mageddon.
So this is the Buy-Mageddon, the Buy-Apocalypse, the Buy-11.
The Buy-Lopsy.
This is the week you don't want to have. If you're playing against a team with a lot of guys on
buys?
those team on buys, you're looking
You got a
good.
lot of guys on buys?
You got a lot of guys on buys. You know what to do. You got to go and put your guys not on buys and hope you win this week.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably not going to win if you got that many guys on buys, but, good luck. Okay, well, I think that's all we got for today's episode. Oh, I just got some news on Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is not ready to come off the IR. So, I don't know what that means, but he's not ready.
Sure.
You're not ready, son.
He's not ready yet!
Not ready! But that is all we have for today's show. Thank you guys so much for watching the Not a Football Show. My name is Tico from the Tico Fantasy Show, and this is my pal, Sully Sports. Any last comments, Sully?
No.
He said no. So have a wonderful day, guys.